What's good, y'all? It is Wake Up Wednesday.
And today we're talking about don't play the blame game.
Welcome to the Renegade Relationship Realists with Rev and Rachael Pierre McAllister and Rachel Dilling. Please be advised, this channel is rated R for realism.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rev and Rachael.
And today we're talking about don't play the blame game. Because a lot of times some things will happen in our life and it's not about me, it's about what they did.
A lot of times. And it's even a knee-jerk reaction because we're taught to actually do that so we don't have to look at ourselves.
Right.
It's just easier.
It is. So if something doesn't go right or there's a car accident or, just a couple of weeks ago we went on a cruise and there was some issue that happened and my daughter got really mad at me and it was all my fault. And I was like, of course it was. And I thought, okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's look at what happened and what all the choices that we made up to this point that created this. It wasn't one decision, it was a bunch of decisions. So you can take any victim story. And I'm using the word victim story or the phrase victim story, meaning that anytime you feel like you've been victimized or you have been wronged, that's victim.
Absolutely.
So if we look at that story and we go back, we can take it back to the point where I made a choice to do A, which led to B, which led to C, which led to the disaster, right?
Correct.
But originally it is my choice because I chose to go down that lane or I chose to get on that boat or I chose to whatever.
But usually, I think my issue here is that most of us are taught. We are taught to blame, not that they're saying blame the other person, but we are absolutely taught to come out of ourselves and look at a situation and then judge it as right or wrong.
Yes.
And as soon as you come out of yourself and judging right or wrong, you've taken your number one, you give your power away, right? You blame the other person, and the most critical piece is now you have no way to see your part in it.
Yeah.
And as soon as we can take ownership and we see our part in whatever the scenario is, now you've taken your power back.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it's so easy to relinquish that power. And you're right, I think we're taught that.
Absolutely.
In my house, there's an ongoing joke of something happens and the cats did it.
Well, most of us, those who were raised with siblings, I didn't do it.
No, you didn't. They didn't fly in my house.
I don't want to get spanked, so I'm going to blame it on them, right? So it's just this ingrained thing. The beautiful thing about becoming an adult is that it's time to wake up.
Yes.
It's time to wake up and understand that you are at choice at every point, and as long as you blame, you're actually not taking ownership, you lose your power, and you're not learning. And this is, I think, my pet peeve.
Okay.
My pet peeve is when people blame or judge someone else and not realizing the only way you could possibly even see that and be upset about it is because you're connected to it, right?
Right.
So instead, as soon as you point the finger, what is the thing? You point one finger, there's three looking back at you. It's really, really true. It's really, really true. So before you go to blame someone else, like she said, reel it back and figure out where did you make the choice to be in that situation, whatever the situation is, whatever it is.
Right.
And then decide, okay, I get to own a piece of whatever's going on, regardless of what somebody else did. I'm not saying that they're right.
And then you have the question of what can I learn from this?
And that's the powerful piece.
Yes.
What can I learn? How can I choose differently? And the beautiful thing is, then they don't take up, what did you say, take up space up in our own mind?
Rent-free space in my mind.
Rent-free space in my mind.
Yes.
As soon as a situation is over, if you're doing the blame game, here's what people usually do. They blame in their own mind first that so-and-so did this or that's why that happened, and then they go tell somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
And blame. And it's blaming.
And the game is that I'm going to tell you such a great story that you're going to totally pick my side.
Right. That's what we're usually looking for.
Oh, absolutely.
Co-signing.
And that's what you call it, co-signing. So I'm going to work up my story to be so horrible so that you're going to co-sign the truth as I present it. But the reality is that there's always two sides to a story.
Every time.
There's always choice that has been made on both sides, and it is a great opportunity to learn to find out what works and what doesn't work for you in your life or me in my life. So I say that playing the blame game, it's not just destructive, it's not just disempowering, but it also takes away my opportunity to grow.
So your challenge this week, choose a different game. Instead of playing the blame game, choose what can I learn game.
Oh, I like that.
What
can I learn game? I like it, yes.
Much more empowering, and you'll be such a happier person. Let go of the blaming. You learned it anyway. Unlearn it and learn what can I learn game. So much more.
What can I learn? Yes.
What can I learn?
So if you liked us, go ahead and subscribe. If you would like to have the alerts when the new videos come out, go ahead and hit the bell.
Go ahead and like it, and then choose to send it to your family and friends. Because you know what? If they learn to choose the what can I learn game, maybe they'll stop blaming you for stuff.
There you go.
All right.
So until next
time, we'll see ya.
Bye.